Hey guys, today we're gonna go through my CD collection, or at least my personal favorites from my CD collection. I've been really meaning to make this video for a while. I just slip up a lot, so bear with me here. But here it is, CD video. See ya in the first album. Toxicity by System of a Down. My dad plays a handful of the songs in the car. Haven't listened to the full album, sadly. It's gonna be like that for a bunch of these albums. But yeah, my favorite song off of this album is Aerials. And I think that's a bunch of people's favorite song. It's either Toxicity or Aerials from what I hear. There's some people who like stuff like Prison Song and Chop Suey, but there's only a little bit of people I meet that like Prison Song, and that's their favorite song. But yeah, System of a Down, Toxicity. Next album, Hesitant Alien by Gerard Way. I listened to this full album on streaming services. This makes me want to listen to Stomach Aches by Frank Iero, because I haven't listened to that full album. I do love Joyriding, and especially the music video. My favorite song off of Hesitant Alien is No Shows, and I'm just gonna throw out my most underrated track for this album. It's either Juarez or 00, because I really love 00. That's probably my second favorite song. But moving on, Fallen by Evanescence. The first time I listened to this was late night on the CD player. My favorite song is My Immortal, and I don't really have a most underrated track because I don't really remember most of this album. It's been a while. But moving on, MCR, Black Parade X Living with Ghosts. This is a rare find, I believe. And then I have another MCR CD that's a somewhat rare find. I haven't listened to Living with Ghosts, but I have listened to the Black Parade because MCR is my favorite band. Of course I listen to the Black Parade. But from what I know about Living with Ghosts, one of the songs was a demo for what Welcome to the Black Parade would come to be. And then they have some songs that I believe didn't make the album. And they have the B-sides. But moving on. One of my personal favorites, Green Day, American Idiot. I have my favorite song, which is Holiday. My most underrated song is Give Me Novocaine. My second favorite song is Wake Me Up When September Ends. I love this album. When I first listened to it, that's how I really started to love Green Day, and Green Day became one of my favorite bands of all time. Moving on, Riot by Paramore. This was how I got into Paramore because my parents played Misery Business in the car, and I was like, wow, I've heard this song before. I immediately started singing along. My mom's face was shocked, and they got me this album. But yeah, moving on to like one of my favorite albums ever. It's not my favorite from them, but it's a close one. Blue by Weezer, well, the Blue album. I love this so much. My favorite song is Say It Ain't So. My most underrated song for this album is In the Garage. It's literally a song about D&D, or like the life of a nerd. It's pretty funny, but it's also pretty awesome. Should totally give it a listen. Moving on. Okay, I watched the episode of Unplugged. I didn't listen to the CD. My favorite song is About a Girl. I don't have a most underrated song because I forgot. But all I know is that this is awesome. This is the only episode of MTV Unplugged that I watched. I want to watch the Paul McCartney one because I love the Beatles. But moving on. Emma of the State by Blink-182. My favorite song off of this album is Mutt. But I really love What's My Age Again. But I don't think a lot of people have Mutt as their favorite. My mom showed it to me in the car, and I just loved it. It's probably my most played track off of this album. Moving on. MCR, The Black Parade is Dead. When I listen to this album, I usually watch the DVD because it only plays songs from the Mexico concert on CD. But they have my favorite MCR performance ever on the DVD, which I think they did in this little Jersey bar. But they performed stuff from Three Cheers and stuff from the Black Parade. I really liked it. But I'm not going to say my favorite song off of this because, I'll just review the Black Parade later down the line. But moving on to the last album. Sorry, this one still has the price tag, but A Beautiful Lie by 30 Seconds to Mars. My favorite song is A Beautiful Lie. A close one is The Kill. But this album was also one of my first listens to when I got into this type of music. A lot of people get called posers for this, but my first listen to punk was through MGK and Blink-182, but people get called a poser for mostly the MGK part. I don't know, people just hate him for what he did with Eminem, but I think his music's pretty cool. You should check out his cover of Rihanna's Love on the Brain. It's pretty good. But yeah, I love this album a lot. You should totally give it a listen. Bye.